Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we begin a new short series covering US Highway 192 in Florida. We start out at mile 74.7 in Indialantic-By-The-Sea at the Atlantic Beach end of 5th Avenue in Brevard County. We're starting with a short roll east toward the oceanfront boardwalk at James H. Nance Park, then making our U-turn to begin the westbound drive. At the A1A signal, US-192 officially begins, and Hidden State Road 500 begins here too. Since SR-500 is oriented south to north, we're traveling SR-500 north while we head west on US-192. Indialantic's name blends Indian River and Atlantic, a perfect fit for a narrow beach town squeezed between the Indian River Lagoon and the ocean. The town was developed as Indialantic-By-The-Sea in the early 1900s and incorporated in 1952. It had an estimated 3,065 residents in the 2024 ACS 5-year data. Along 5th Avenue, this is a compact beachside commercial strip with surf shops, restaurants, lodging, local services, and beach businesses packed into just a few blocks before we leave the barrier island. We're now on the Melbourne Causeway, crossing the Indian River Lagoon from the barrier island toward the mainland. The lagoon is not really a river in the usual sense. It's a long, shallow, brackish estuary, and this stretch also carries the marked Intracoastal Waterway channel through Brevard County. The causeway uses a mix of filled land and bridge spans, so the highway rides along narrow strips between open water, then crosses channels that keep the lagoon connected. Ahead, the higher bridge span rises over the main navigation channel, so taller marine traffic can pass beneath without a drawbridge. The causeway is officially the Ernest Kouwen-Hoven Bridge, named for the developer who helped connect Indialantic and Melbourne by bridge in the 1920s. We enter Melbourne, one of the major cities of Florida's Space Coast. Melbourne had an estimated population of 87,561 as of 2024, with a 2020 to 2024 median household income of $66,991 and a median owner-occupied home value of $306,400. The town was incorporated in 1888 and was named for its first postmaster, Cornthwaite John Hector, who was said to have come from Melbourne, Australia. Here we cross US Highway 1, also known locally as Harbour City Boulevard. You can see this same intersection from the north-south perspective in our US 1 series when we drove the full route through Melbourne. US 1 runs north from here toward Cocoa, Titusville, Daytona Beach, and Jacksonville, and south toward Palm Bay, Sebastian, Fort Pierce, West Palm Beach, Miami, and eventually Key West. For now, US 192 is on Strawbridge Avenue, skirting the north side of the historic downtown Melbourne. This area sits near Crane Creek in the Indian River waterfront. with taller buildings, offices, restaurants, hotels, and downtown streets just to the south along New Haven Avenue. The district is one of Melbourne's main dining and entertainment centers, with walkable blocks, murals, nightlife, local shops, and waterfront parks close by. Modern Melbourne grew around the Indian River, Crane Creek, the railroad, aviation, and technology, with Florida Tech, Melbourne-Orlando International Airport, and the broader Space Coast economy all shaping the city. Visitors come for the beaches, historic downtown Melbourne, the O'Galley Arts District, Brevard Zoo, Wickham Park, and recurring events like the Melbourne Art Festival and downtown food and music events. The highway now shifts one block south and becomes East New Haven Avenue. This puts US-192 back onto the main New Haven corridor with two-way traffic, signalized intersections, local businesses, and turning lanes handling the dense downtown traffic. East New Haven Avenue is also the street most visitors associate with historic downtown Melbourne, with restaurants, bars, shops, galleries, and local events clustered nearby. At Babcock Street, we meet State Road 507 to the left, while Babcock continues to the right as Brevard County Road 507. SR-507 runs south through Melbourne toward Florida Tech, Palm Bay, and Malabar Road, while a county-maintained section north of US-192 continues toward US-1. From here, West New Haven Avenue becomes a more conventional commercial arterial, still carrying US-192 west and hidden State Road 500 north. The corridor has multiple lanes, a center turning lane or median sections depending on the block, and a steady run of shopping centers, restaurants, offices, and neighborhood streets. We're moving away from the tighter downtown grid now, and the route begins to feel more like the suburban US-192 corridor that will continue west across Melbourne and into the next city. At Derry Road, we leave the Melbourne city limits. We conclude today's video at mile 70.2. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.